Weisnicht, Fort Indiantown Gap. Getting back into the swing of things at the Gap after the 4th of July holiday. Things are extremely hot, as you know. We've been working hard to keep our troops in the field safe, getting them through training in the heat. If any of y'all have ever been in the military and been in the field this time of the year, it is an extreme challenge to do that. You're wearing a lot of gear, a lot of weight, out in the elements. Heat is a thing we take very serious. We always have the analogy, drink plenty of water, and that's probably the best way to get through this. So we have that. Total amount of troops that have trained on the Gap, we're up over 120,000 troops on the Gap already. Still getting ready to have another big divisional level warfighter exercise coming up at the end of the summer, or the end of our FY. So we'll have, I'm sure, have another banner year again. Sally, as you know, last night they were wearing it out with Bradley Loudfire out there. I could certainly hear it down at my house with the inversion with the clouds, but we appreciate all of our neighbors' patronage as always with the noise and the racket we make. Try to be cognizant of the community. Had a very successful butterfly tour season this year. Had over 500 people come to see our regal fritillary butterflies. So we appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us on that. We were able to open the Fort Indiantown Gap pool. We are still challenged with needing more lifeguards. I'll put that out there. If anybody wants to be a lifeguard, if anybody has a young millennial teenager at home that needs a job for the summer, that they're good swimmers, please send them up to our pool. They'll be glad to talk to them about becoming a lifeguard. We'll work with them on getting them certified. Pending any of your questions, that's all we have today.
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Veterans who are no longer in the service,
Right.
do they pay a fee to go to the pool?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it a large fee?
Not a large fee for just the general public. It is $10 a day per person.
So veterans don't get any discounts?
They don't.
Okay, because people are looking for ways for veterans to stay cool in this hot, humid weather that we have. And I know the Area Agency on Aging was offering some fans. I don't know if they're out of them by now or not, but I didn't know if maybe the Gap did something like that for veterans, at least in the hot and humid times.
Well, we run our morale, welfare, recreation as what? It's through what's called non-appropriated funds. In other words, it has to sustain itself from the monies we take in. We have a board, as you know, on the state agency side of the Pennsylvania National Guard. We're the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. That is a very good point that I probably will take that up to the board about maybe having a reduced rate. The Department of Defense, those like myself that are active, retired, reserve, we pay $6 a day. So the reason we do that is over and above the cost of the chemicals of the pool, which the county and city of Lebanon has certainly run pools and understand the cost associated with it. The big cost that we have to cover is for the lifeguards, and that's why we charge the way we do. And then obviously for members of the general public, we're required by federal regulation to at least recoup our incremental cost. That's what it does, but that's something certainly I'm pick up with them. Not promising, but
I understand.
You know, that's
but I
something.
think if we're tying that to the heat and humidity, I think they encourage people to stay indoors.
They do. I mean, getting out,
Instead
but
of incentivizing them to
oh yes, sir.
go out.
Certainly,
Just
I've
saying.
spent many days in the pool when it gets hot.
Yeah,
Growing up down
a lot of
south,
people do,
it
yeah.
cools you off a little bit. But yes,
Okay.
And I've had comments where people can't afford the fees, so I say, well, go to the Swati, that's free.
Hey, it is. Yes, but we have that.
Anything else? If not, thank you, David.
Thanks, sirs. Thank you, ma'am.